Um, okay, right now I'm discussing in this video the three types of light interface systems that have invisibility, and primarily in holodecks, secondarily. Um, First off is a single or a static, non-moving single light interface system, adaptive camouflage. Um, that adaptive camouflage isn't new, it's been thought of before, but I apply my light interface concept. And in this case, it's static and it's non-moving, it's one single light interface. There's an image of it, an illustration of the interface inside the breakaway view of the vehicle, the craft or whatever, in the background scenery. And these are more diagram-like. It's not a breakaway, but a open hatch to show the practical opening of a craft such as this with a single light interface. And all those are optical electronic wiring that connects the light interface to the outside body and into the 3D picture elements. And this is the Dual-Adaptive Camouflage puppet light interfacing. This shows the cross-section of an invisible suit with a puppet light interface inside. Puppet light interfaces, that is the one again, it takes a same shape as the object you want to make invisible within the constraint form. There's a light going in, here's a light going out, and it's adaptable to itself as well as its environment. Outside of suit is also considered part of the environment. And this is just an illustration of the suit in action, going through a series of lights or through a web of lights. It is the intersection of a visual reality, so it can go through any intersection of light. It's one of the intersections. Light interfaces are basically intersections of our visual reality, but they take three different forms. I'm trying to get to the next one, the last one. This is my one that I talked about in the last video, and it shows the telepresence. Telepresence between two dual corresponding televisual portals. This is a cross section, and the way that they oscillate between each other from real to virtual to negative virtual to positive virtual to she's real, negative virtual, positive virtual down here, and then he overlaps himself. His virtual body will eventually go through hers, come through and overlap himself, and her virtual body would eventually go over with his again to overlap her real body. So there is the inverse relationship between dual-adaptive camouflage and the puppet light interface, and the virtual bodies are similar to each other. The virtual bodies overlap in the body itself. The real person or object, and the puppet light interface, the oscillations. There's nothing that moves in a portal, but the thing that does move is the optical information itself, the light information oscillating through this. I'm not doing it correctly. Oscillating through this and back up and back down. And this is a cloaking light interface of both portals. And if I can show this, I'll show This is a three-dimensional perspective, three-dimensional cloak, televisual, telepresence, dual corresponding televisual portals. The three-dimensional perspective, and this again shows their Bob's and Alice's holodecks and negative holodecks and cloaking light interfaces. And these are the counterpart to the puppet. The thing that moves is the oscillations, the change mirror worlds. These are the oscillations. That's the part of an orb or a portal that moves. Dual-Adaptive Camouflage is the puppet that moves. And it takes the outside environment and sends it through itself. And it moves with its environment in real time. And so lastly, we got this far. This is a illustration of to better see what a portal looks like. This is an illustration. It has the three interfaces, and this is the holodeck interface where people exist in people and virtual bodies. If you remember the chain of virtual and real and virtual and real, well, that's her. Alice, she's virtual, and that's him. Bob, he's real, and he's walking into the holodeck, which is the backdrop scenery, through telepresence, through her telepresence, her environment. And this is his environment out here. He could have chosen to use his environment to send through here instead of hers, and they could have shared his environment, which would be this ocean front or whatever. And that's her environment. I guess that's a desert or something, and there's lightning in the background. I just thought it'd be dramatic. But telepresence and dual-adaptive camouflage, puppet light interfacing are different aspects of these two